They call me They call me Don't leave me
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 184 billion. Breaking all-time highs. It was higher. Bitcoin's at its all-time high. 66. Easy, about to hit 7K. This is that Wall Street money. This is that third world country money. All of this just pouring in. What I really think is happening right now is the fact that I really think that if you're the Wall Street and if you're hedge fund managers, all these people, you know, the $154 million hedge fund is putting 30% of their holdings into cryptocurrencies. You're going to start seeing this more and more because first, you know who's not going to go for it? The big jackasses like Jamie Dimon and all these people. Who's really going to go for it are the up-and-comers, the fucking Wolf of Wall Street people. You know, fuck that guy, though. The fucking Wolf of Wall Street guy. That guy's a jackass. But if you're talking about, like, the type of people who are going to be going in crypto, that's probably a bad analogy, actually, because that guy's a scumbag. I'm meaning, basically, young entrepreneurs, like hedge fund managers who, you know, willing to take some risk because they're sitting on the sidelines while, you know, 3.7, you know, 5% gains in a day is insane. Even in the Wall Street world, they're not, people just aren't used to that. You got Bitcoin Cash for 10%. And we already know what the altcoins can do. It's just a different strategy because I understand now, like, it's different when somebody says walk a mile in their shoes. Like, I understand now the problem when you're talking about trying to get into it with a large position. Like, it's very tough. Like, if you want to go get an altcoin, like, let's say you want to get $10 million in no limit coin, like, it takes finesse, it takes strategy. You have to create like ETFs, you have to create workable platforms basically to do that, which is on the way. Like, I already see all of that forming. But right now, you have to kind of be a ninja to get these altcoins. And that's why I believe a lot of these altcoins are super cheap, because once the vehicle from bridging investors in the real world, meaning people who don't know about crypto or don't really know how to, you know, maybe, you know, people could be experts at Bitcoin, sending, receiving, yada, yada, yada. But when it comes to buying these altcoins in bulk, you know, somebody who looks at like, you know, a 2-3 Bitcoin purchase and like, oh wow, that's a big purchase. When you're talking about one of these smaller altcoins, man, that's not shit. I mean, imagine $1 million. How many Bitcoin you'd have to put down? You know, it's like, man, that's a 300-400 Bitcoin buy wall right there. Like, it's and plus people naturally want a discount, right? So if you put it at half price, 250, you know, you're probably not going to hit, or it's going to take a while. You have to leave your money on exchanges. You're talking about leaving millions of dollars on exchanges. So people don't understand the hurdle right now. It's like a big treasure trove of goodies. And people are trying to figure out how to get down in there safely. Because right now it's just a hole. And the only way to get down is like a fucking rope. And you got people like me just like, yee-haw! Jumping down the fucking hole head first, landing in the water. Because we crazy like that. And then, you know, you got the hedge fund managers who are you know, they got money, quarter bill here, you know, half a bill there. And they're trying to, you know, they got their little fucking hat on with the light. They got the little pickaxe and they're coming down the rope now. They're like, fuck this. I'm going to see what Dan's talking about. And then before you know it, they're going to have like an elevator right here for the rich upper crusties, and they just push a button. While us motherfuckers had to jump in first with no rope, no nothing. Then the rope came, and now you're seeing the infrastructure being built. You know, there's fucking people working day and night. You're starting to see where the elevator is going to be. This is my analogy to see what's exactly happening. And I can see it from just through the research. I can see the scaffolding. I can see the workers, the hammers. I can see the elevator being brought in just because I'm doing all the research. I can see what's going on behind the scenes, what's about to happen. So, you know, these altcoins, a lot of people, man, in hindsight, you know, even just recently, someone was talking about, you know, one of the most common things is, oh man, I should have sold all my alts for Bitcoin. And it's like, hindsight is 2020. That's a very, it's not a great way to have that perception, because then you're never ever happy. It's very hard to be happy when you're trying to lead a perfect life and you know it's impossible. You're not going to make every trade. You're not going to be like, oh man, I should have fucking sold Bitcoin then, and then, you know, I should have bought the altcoin at that time, because there's always a two-edged sword to it. And, you know, I'm always happy with the gains I make, constantly focusing on the now, not worrying about what the fuck's going on, if I missed the boat or if I missed this or that. A lot of people talking, you know, the FOMO is real high right now because people are like, oh man, I got to get in this cryptocurrency because it's once in a lifetime. You know, like everyone thought like WhatsApp and Facebook, you know, that wasn't that long ago that happened. Like there's constantly opportunities being brought in. No one even knew about blockchain back then. And then people are like, oh, I missed the Facebook and the app boom, you know, because the apps are selling for billions of dollars now. Now they're not. And now out of nowhere, what happens? A whole new way of doing things, and people are raising millions of dollars left and right. It's still too early for the big billion-dollar evaluations on some of these altcoins, but that's going to happen very soon. Another thing is people give too much credit to the people with a lot of money. The people with a lot of money aren't that smart. They're not ones making technology. You're not going to see a new blockchain come out that's going to dwarf what we have. Bitcoin's on the top of the list, and it's going to stay there. And a lot of people are going to, yeah, they're going to come out with their super advanced shit, but they're not good enough. Like, it doesn't matter. Imagine how a lot of these people got to the top, a lot of these bankers and all that. They don't have too many real friends. You know, a lot of people probably want to see them fall. That's why when those guys fall, they fall hard and they fall deep because, you know, nobody's there to catch them. So we're dealing with a game now where, you know, the top people are like, hey, where's everyone going? Listen to me. You listen to me. And people are like, well, you don't have power over me anymore. Like, you know, Bitcoin's where it's at. Your stupid fiat system's just a joke now, and everyone's seeing it for what it is. That's one thing, man. When I ask people are really, they're more understanding of what fiat is. They're like, okay, well, yeah, it's, you know, I understand that it used to be backed by gold. Nobody knew that. Now, you know, quite a bit of people understand that, you know, the gold standard is not there anymore, which they should, I think every fucking person should know. That should be like, instead of standing up and saying the Pledge of Allegiance, I think you should fucking stand up and say, you know, our dollars are no longer backed by gold. Like, that's what they should be teaching people. That should be like everywhere. Like, that was just kind of like this little secret, like, cough, we're not backed by the gold anymore, cough, you know, and then like, you know, it kind of had to trickle down, and everyone still doesn't quite understand that dollars are worthless. If you say the trust in government, then, well, you know, that's all you have. I don't have that much faith in the government to trust them with something that could be worthless overnight, literally. But moving on, a lot of people also, one of the things, so I'm just trying to put out fires left and right. A lot of people are saying, well, Dan, I bought an altcoin at this price and now it's this price and Bitcoin's going up. What do I do? What do I do? Do I sell for a loss? And I know a lot of people are probably cringing right now who've been around since I had 500 subscribers. And you already know the answer to that. If there's a crowd around me, they'd be like, never sell for a loss. I never sell for a loss. And I understand. It could be terrible. Right, you get it, because see, my first altcoin was Golos, and right before I got it, I had a boom. But you know what? I didn't get a Golos for at least a week, and that week was nonstop Golos study. So probably a lifetime worth of study for someone else. If you're talking about how down I got on my first investment, I think people are too willy-nilly. Because all right, let me give you a little story. Let me give you a little horror story. So I had an acquaintance online, watches my YouTube videos. We started talking. And they asked me for, you know, pics or whatever. I don't know. The guy was cool. So he told me that back when OMG was like $11, he was like, man, I got to get on OMG, man. You know, I think he was in like, I forgot what he was in. He was some altcoin. And it wasn't doing too good. I think it was like Golem or something. I don't know. Some popular altcoin that everyone got in at one point, and then it kind of went stagnant. And he was like, oh my God, you know, I can't miss out on this OMG train. And, you know, I don't give advice. So I didn't advise the guy. I'm not saying anything. Like, I just say, you know, I never sell for a loss. You know, I just say what I say. And the guy sold his coin for a loss. He sold his coin for a loss. I think it was a big loss too. And you know what happened? He bought OMG at $11 because he was so fucking sure. He was so sure. McDonald's, you can get fries with OMG. He was so sure. And then, you know, like we don't talk that much anymore. I think he went and hid in the woods somewhere. But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so if you got into a coin at first, you had to have been very, 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 very sure of that coin, that you liked it and you want to be in a long-term holder. If you're not, that's your first mistake. You need to correct, you know, you need to go back to square A. Figure that shit out before you start investing in crypto. There is no, I'm sorry for people who think they can just skip the rules. Like, the rules don't apply to them. Like, everyone makes money, so they should make money. It's like, no, man, there's a lot of luck and there's a lot of people with skill. So you got to really research this shit. So if you were so sure that your first investment was a winner, and then it turned out to, in your eyes, be down, so you might theoretically call it a loser, which I don't do. I just buy more when it's low. But if you were that sure, what makes you so sure that this coin, the other coin you're going to pick, is going to keep mooning or whatever? Like, you have to stop yourself, because in the moment, people never know they're wrong. They're always right until they're wrong. It's like 100% sure that this was going to keep going to me. Like, I could not have convinced this guy of nothing, even if I tried, that OMG was not going to go. Like, I wasn't saying it wasn't going to moon. I'm just saying, like, that's what people think. They see these new coins and they're like, oh my God, I got to get on it. Sell everything. Sell the barn. And then, so that's just the story. Like, I relate it to getting out of bed. When I get out of bed, and let's say I wake up with some anxiety. If I don't check that anxiety, if I just say, oh, I feel bad, and I just go around brushing my teeth, and I never check that, then I'm off on the wrong foot for the day, possibly the week, the month, the year, the lifetime, right? Once you start traveling down the wrong path, the longer you go, the further you are away from where you need to be. I equate that to, so when I wake up, I do my meditative findings, and I check where I am, center my ball. If you haven't seen that video, I think it's called Ball Center, something semi-fruity, but it was something like that in the title. Just type in Dan Ball Center. I know it sounds weird, but it's a good video. Anyway, you center your chi, or whatever you want to call it, by becoming now in the present and realizing, hey, whatever negative around me, I can work it out, see why my mindset's that way, right? And then kind of pivot behind it and make it a positive, because you become thankful, blah, 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 right? And then you get out of the bed, and now you're on the right path, because you're in the present, you're thankful, you're appreciative, you're sharp. With crypto, it's the same way. If you got into an investment, it's kind of like you got out of bed with anxiety and didn't meditate, didn't check, and you just went about your thing off the wrong path. The same thing with crypto. If you just threw money in without realizing, without doing any kind of studying, and you get burnt, and then you think, oh, well, I got to sell for loss, and it's just you going further down the wrong path. It's just a point of going back to square A, saying, okay, why did I pick this coin? If you say, okay, now it's a shit coin, I don't want it anymore because I really think it's a shit coin, then you shouldn't invest in crypto at all, because you can't be so sure of something, and then the moment it goes down, you consider it a shit coin. So if that becomes your answer, you should probably step back and not really invest in crypto, or maybe just keep your money in Bitcoin. That's, the altcoin, you can lose your money if you don't know what you're talking about. If you don't have the right temperament, the right emotional mindset and emotional intelligence, you're going to get burned every time. You're just going to have hell, and it's not going to be fun. It just isn't. So, if the mindset is, well, no, it's down, but the only thing in my head is another coin I think is going to do a lot better. Well, you know what? You can't yard hop. You can't just fix your yard up, look nice, and look at it over at the neighbors and like, oh, his yard looks better, so I'm going to go hop over there. And then, you hop over there and you realize he has fire ants everywhere. You can't fucking always think the grass is greener. What you do is you work on your own yard. You make your yard better than his yard. You double down. So let's say I picked a coin and it's down, right? Fucking, that sucks, right? Bitcoin's going up. What the fuck am I going to do? All my money's in this coin. I don't got no motherfucking money to put anywhere else. I can't buy Bitcoin. That's a shame, right? That's what a lot of people are saying. What I was doing is, well, in what way can I help? And if I do get any money, instead of buying Bitcoin, I'm going to buy more of this coin at a cheaper price, because then my come up's going to be just as sweet. Then I get to work on that coin. I do as much as I possibly can. I put in every hour I possibly can into this altcoin, raising awareness, talking to the CEOs, spreading the word, doing anything I possibly can, becoming real intimate with this coin. Because at that point, people, you have to rely on the hidden equity, which is elbow grease. You just got to get in there and put in the work and make your investments work for you. But I mean, to the advice for people who bought first and now their altcoin's down and they don't have any other money to invest, I don't give advice, but what I'm saying is, I don't sell for a loss. I just go and try to make it better. So instead of constantly, just this crazy FOMO, people are like, oh, I got to make the gains. I got to make the gains. And you end up missing out on the life-changing games if you would have just stuck with the one that you were with, the coin that you had faith in, and buy it when it's down, because that's where when coins are down, no one wants to buy them, man. That's the whole point. That's why they say buy high, buy low, sell high is so hard. It sounds so easy, but it's hard when everyone's running away from a coin. Where do you buy low? That's the whole point. This is a beautiful time because you can see what coins are artificially low. You can do the research. You can say, hey, what's up with Golem? Why was Golem at like nothing? You know, it had a nice little boost, like 30%, but, you know, it got to the point where it was basically back to the womb. It was so low. It was crazy. And then you go and you do the research and the Golem team's working hard, the community's strong, and you're just like, it doesn't make sense. That's because the market doesn't make sense. That's what I'm trying to tell people. The market is crazy. They don't make any sense. This isn't robots. This isn't Wall Street. This is a bunch of pizza delivery people, moms, uncles, aunts, teachers, firefighters. There's a bunch of people in here. Keyword, not once did I say traders. There's not too many traders. There's a lot of good human beings, a lot of strong, badass human beings. But the thing they aren't good at is trading. And trading takes a couple of things. And emotional well-being is one of the highest. You have to be able to, it's like once the kitchen gets a little bit hot, you're never going to get some hot, tasty food if you can't stay in there. So you just gotta just such a really good time. Hell yes, EOS. I had not seen that. That is nice. Very nice. I was scooping it up all at 49, 50, 55. I mean, just a little bit of news. This is nothing. Just a little bit of news. 30 mil now. There were so many people who were selling EOS at a loss for 50 cents, thinking that it was just going to go down to 20 cents. And that fear of selling now to stop loss, I fucking hate that word, stop loss. That's why I do it. I don't know. Like, I'm a different breed. Somebody wrote this book. Or this game. Somebody put this fucking game together and they made up words like stop loss and, this and that, whatever the fuck, they made up this game with these rules. And when I looked at their stupid game and I looked at their stupid board and I kicked the table over and I put down my fucking board. There's a bunch of Batman heads and spears and lures. That's how I get shit done. I don't sell for a fucking loss because I don't get into a coin that I don't believe in. I get into coins that are winners. And I don't let my shit fade. I don't get wavery. I don't say, oh, but it's down and there's some bad drama going on. I need to get out. No, it's like I have faith in this coin at the beginning. I'm going to have faith in this coin at the end. I'm not going to be tricked by my emotions because the worst pain in life is not sticking it out and then the team succeeding without you. You not being able to stick it out, you jump in ship and then the team succeeds without you. And you could have been on the moon with all your fucking Lambos if you would have just chilled. But now you're fucking in the same place you've always been, right? Searching for the next pump. And such on the tip of the iceberg with what's about to happen. And like I said, the altcoins that are going to be here a year from now, 2 years from now, are the ones that are going to be big winners. It's up to everyone to pick those. I'm very open with what I invest in. And yeah, I mean, it's just as clear as day to me. I've just never, I've always seen it, but it's just getting clearer and clearer. It's just the altcoin bloodbath. I understand a lot of people are going to give up. I have so many deep lures. Let's see if I hit basic. Stacking up on coins. 15 now. 23. Okay, we're close. We are close. Oh, man, I think I did because Bitcoin rose. I think I might have hit my first lure with basic. I'm going to have to readjust today, though, because Bitcoin is just on a tear. It's on a tear. Just don't care. One of the nastiest forks coming up that you can imagine, and look at the price. What do you think is going to happen after the fork? Because the fork has to be holding some people back. I mean, who's going to put billions of dollars in before this kind of fork? I understand, yeah, the Bitcoin Cash effect, but I mean, I'm a diehard, I'm a ride or die with Bitcoin. So I'm not getting scared. But I could see if I wasn't ride or die with Bitcoin, if I wasn't, my ideals were just to make money and to save the bottom line, and I was some hedge fund manager, I probably wouldn't be putting people's money into Bitcoin before a big fucking malicious fork attack. Because that's what that is. It's a fork attack. So the fact that this thing is booming is the third world countries right now really saying, hey, we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. Vietnam, we don't have a choice. Fuck what everyone else is saying. Vietnam trying to stop Bitcoin. How cute is that? And yeah, just like I said, don't start off on the wrong foot. It could end up leading you down the wrong path for the entire life. And that's when you get out of bed, and that's also when you pick your coins. So, hey, I know it can be tough. It's a good time to hustle, make money any way you possibly can. No prostitution, please. But, you know, make the money, hustle, hustle, hustle. Every minute matters. And, you know, and if I was, let's say if I had $100 and I was getting paid minimum wage and I had 2 kids, I would be feeding my family, keeping the roof over my head, and every waking hour, 4 hours sleep. Fuck, who needs sleep? Why are you sleeping? I would just be all on this. And I wouldn't be looking like, okay, let me just go down and learn all of these coins. No, I'd be fucking picking, you know, I'd be browsing, picking and choosing 2 or 3 coins and just mastering 1 to 2 of those and really becoming intimate with it, because it takes a lot of work, man. You can't just, it takes so much digging. I could spend a week just studying everything about a coin, every little thing, because everything looks good at first. Everything looks good at first. When you're browsing shit and you got a lot of money and you're coin protecting yourself, you're going to hide your bad side. You got to do some fucking digging. And then you're like, oh shit. Like everything, 99% of this coin was good, but this 1% I just found deep at the bottom under the bed could destroy the whole project. I'm so glad I found this. And there's so many landmines like that. I'm not in the business of pointing out landmines. There's so many other people who do that. But, you know, like I said, I'm on a need-to-know basis. I'm the kind of guy that, yeah, I'm not going to be able to pronounce the big names. I'm not going to take the time to learn the shit I don't absolutely need to know, because I'm in another gear. That shit slows me down. That's why I can do what I do and nobody else does it, because everyone else is worried about how they sound, how they look. I'm the opposite of that. I have one fucking mode. I'm the Flash. I'm moving forward through fucking walls, going fucking crazy like Hulk. And I don't have time to fucking worry about how to pronounce people's names and say the names of the coins, right? It doesn't fucking matter. The crazy part is I can hear the name of the coin 100 times because I've studied it and still pronounce it wrong because I was only listening to the shit I needed to know. Because when I'm on 2x speed, I'm dissecting the shit I need to know. So it's just another level of, you know, I can't really, just how I roll when it comes to being able to do what I do. But I just look at these markets and you see these crazy pumps. You see these like, look at the craziness. You got shit down double digits. You got shit up double digits. I mean, it's just, it's like the purge out there. It's like Looneyville. There's just so many good coins. Like, I'm just out here having a good time. You know, it's like fucking being out on the boat and you just see fishes everywhere. Wow, so cheap. But yeah, not much else to say in this video. I know I'm forgetting something. ONG, there's a big update coming with ONG in the next few days. I'm telling you, been working really hard behind the scenes on that. So I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be pleased with the product. The new UI with that is just being, you know, that's what we're doing 24/7, just pump. The Facebook campaign, all the big ads, all that is coming. It's going to be like a big wave if you know how I like to do things. No Limit Coin UI, done polishing. So, you know, there's just some nice events coming up. Just very exciting time. It's going to be a really good Christmas in my opinion. So kill it here. Cheers. Peace.